Welcome to Mystical Monday, where we journey beyond the veil, listen deeply to our inner wisdom, and gather truth from the seen and unseen. I'm Mary Walker, author of the Beyond the Veil series, and today's message comes with a gentle invitation to come home, to come back, to remember. Take a slow, deep breath with me. Inhale love, exhale doubt. Now, imagine that love isn't something waiting for you outside. It's a spark lit, already alive within. Today's story is inspired by Alexis, a soul learning that the path back to love doesn't begin with others. It begins with herself. This is Rediscovering Love, the spark that connects us back to ourselves. Let's step into the remembering. Love back to you, not just as a greeting, but as a truth, as a reminder, because real love, true love, is never lost. It may get buried beneath betrayal, disappointment, and distance, but it never leaves. It waits quietly, patiently for us to return. Recently, I had a vision, a spiral, spinning like a soft pink pinwheel. It wasn't chaotic, it was graceful, rhythmic. A whisper from the universe. You're coming back to center. Suddenly, other visions began to line up. Our oil pump moving steadily up and down, like breath, like life. And then the boomerang, sent out into the world only to come back full circle every time. That's when it all started making sense. Everything is connected. Your habits, your circle, your triggers, your memories, and more than anything, your feelings. So I asked myself a question I want to ask you today. What emotions keep circling back in your life? For me, it was the sting of being lied to. It wasn't just the dishonesty. It was the feeling underneath. Rejection, betrayal. And when I followed that feeling backwards, like breadcrumbs in a forest, it led me to a little girl, me, waiting for her father. He had said he was coming, but he never did. No call, no explanation, just silence. That moment planted a belief. If someone lies to you, it means you're not enough or you're not worth showing up for. So I grew up with a mission to prove my worth, to stay in situations that hurt me just so I wouldn't feel abandoned again, because choosing me felt like admitting I wasn't chosen by them. But here's the truth. I had to unlearn everything to understand. Their choices are not a reflection of your value. They are a reflection of where they are in their own story. That realization, that's the spark. That's when you begin rediscovering love, not in someone else's hands, but in your own. And it doesn't stop there. Healing isn't just about identifying pain. It's about seeing the beauty in your reflection too. Think about the people you admire, the ones you feel drawn to. For me, it's two women. One is a warrior, bold, physical, fearless. She reminds me of my own strength. She calls it out of me even when I forget it exists. The other is quiet, intuitive. She doesn't even realize how deeply she knows. But I do, because I recognize that knowing in me. They are my mirrors. They reflect the parts of me I'm still learning to love, the parts I've hidden under survival. And then there's divine, my first lesson in balance, masculine and feminine, not one or the other, but both. The sacred dance between power and presence, between leading and listening. And Satar, my daughter, my Pisces, my yin and yang. She is the constant reminder to trust my inner voice. She grows, or she grounds me in my own truth, just by being who she is. Her presence is my permission slip to come home to myself. So today I offer this to you. If you feel disconnected, don't go chasing love in someone else. Close your eyes, feel the spiral. Breathe with the rhythm of the oil pump. Let the boomerang return. Follow the spark. Because love, real love, isn't something you find. It's something you remember. And when you remember, you rediscover the spark that was always inside of you. Welcome back to yourself. As you move through this week, I invite you to gently ask yourself, where in my life have I been searching for love, when the love I needed is already within me? Have I mistaken rejection for unworthiness? Have I held on to others' choices as proof of my value or lack thereof? Now is the time to come back to the truth. You are not broken. You were never forgotten. You've simply been on a journey back to your own heart. Every trigger, every vision, every mirrored connection is pointing you inward, toward healing, toward clarity, toward wholeness. Because love doesn't abandon, it awakens, it reflects, it restores, and most of all, it remembers. So this week, may you pause long enough to hear your own heartbeat. May you honor the spark within you that has always known the way home. And may you rediscover that loving yourself fully, fiercely, unapologetically is the most mystical act of all.